Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine, a sudden coldness that seems to come from nowhere, and thought you saw something out of the corner of your eye? Perhaps a fleeting shadow or a blurry figure that vanishes when you turn to look directly. Many people believe in ghosts, spirits of the dead that linger on Earth, caught between this world and the next. These spectral entities have been a part of human folklore and mythology for centuries. Why do we believe in these things that go bump in the night? Is it a primal fear of the unknown, or perhaps a way to explain the unexplainable? Let's unravel this mystery together. We'll explore the origins of ghost stories and the reasons behind our fascination with the supernatural. Some people believe ghosts are the souls of those who have passed away, unable to move on due to unfinished business or strong emotional ties to the living world. Others see them as supernatural beings, here to protect or haunt us, serving as guardians or harbingers of doom. These beliefs vary widely across different cultures and religions. Whatever the belief, one thing is for sure: the idea of ghosts has captivated humankind for centuries. From campfire stories to Hollywood blockbusters, ghostly tales have been passed down through generations, evolving with each retelling. Ghosts have become a part of our cultural fabric, influencing literature, art, and even our celebrations, like Halloween, where we embrace the spooky and the supernatural. But what does science have to say about these ethereal beings? Are they mere figments of our imagination, or is there something more to these ghostly encounters? Join us as we delve into the world of ghost sightings, exploring the psychological and environmental factors that contribute to these spine-tingling experiences. We'll look at how our minds can play tricks on us, creating illusions that seem all too real. From the eerie creak of a floorboard to the sudden flicker of a light, we'll examine the natural phenomena that can be mistaken for ghostly activity. So, stay tuned as we journey into the unknown, seeking to understand the mystery of ghosts and why they continue to haunt our imaginations. Our brains are amazing, but they can also be tricked. The human brain is a complex organ, capable of incredible feats of perception and cognition. Yet, it is also susceptible to various tricks and illusions that can distort our reality. Sometimes we see things that aren't really there. This is called pareidolia. Pareidolia is a psychological phenomenon where our minds respond to a stimulus, usually an image or a sound, by perceiving a familiar pattern where none actually exists. Have you ever looked at clouds and seen shapes of animals or faces? That's pareidolia. Our brains are hardwired to recognize faces and familiar shapes, which is why we often see these patterns in random objects like clouds, rock formations, or even burnt toast. Our brains are wired to recognize patterns, even when they don't exist. This tendency helps us make sense of the world, but it can also lead us to see things that aren't really there. The Rorschach ink blot test, for example, takes advantage of this by using ambiguous images to reveal underlying thoughts and feelings. The same thing can happen with shadows, noises, or even smells, making us think we've encountered a ghost. When we see a shadow in a dimly lit room or hear a creak in an old house, our brains might interpret these ambiguous stimuli as something more sinister, like a ghost or a supernatural presence. Another trickster is sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis occurs when a person is either falling asleep or waking up and temporarily experiences an inability to move or speak. This can be accompanied by vivid hallucinations and a sense of an ominous presence in the room. It happens when you're waking up or falling asleep and you can't move or speak. During these moments, your mind is partially awake, but your body remains in a state of paralysis, which can be a terrifying experience. This can be scary and might make you feel like someone is in the room with you. The hallucinations that accompany sleep paralysis can be so realistic that they convince you of the presence of an intruder or a supernatural being, adding to the fear and confusion. These are just a couple of ways our brains can play tricks on us, leading us to believe we've experienced something paranormal. Understanding these phenomena can help us better grasp the incredible, yet sometimes deceptive, nature of our minds. So, the next time you see a face in the clouds or feel a ghostly presence, remember, it might just be your brain playing tricks on you. Did you know that our surroundings can influence how we feel and what we experience? The environment around us can play tricks on our minds, making us feel uneasy or even frightened. Some places just feel spooky, don't they? It's as if the very air is thick with mystery and suspense. This could be due to several factors. Scientists have studied how our brains react to different stimuli in our environment, and the results are fascinating. Old houses, for example, often have drafty windows, creaky floorboards, and flickering lights. These elements can create an atmosphere that feels unsettling. The creaks and groans of an old house can sound like footsteps or whispers, making us think we're not alone. These things can easily be mistaken for ghostly activity. A shadow moving in the corner of your eye, a sudden chill, or a door creaking open can all be attributed to natural causes, but our minds might interpret them as something supernatural. Cold spots, strange smells, and unusual sounds can also be explained by things like drafts, mold, and even the house settling. Drafts can create cold spots, mold can produce musty odors, and the house settling can cause creaks and groans, or even animals in the walls. Mice, raccoons, and bats can all make noises that might be mistaken for something more sinister. Electromagnetic fields, EMFs, are invisible areas of energy that surround electrical devices. These fields can sometimes interfere with our brain's electrical activity, causing us to feel uneasy or even hallucinate. Some people believe high levels of EMFs can cause hallucinations or feelings of unease, leading to ghostly encounters. Imagine standing near an old electrical panel and suddenly feeling a chill or seeing a shadowy figure. It could be the EMFs playing tricks on your mind. Infrasound, a low-frequency sound that we can't hear, has also been linked to feelings of anxiety and the sensation of a presence in the room. These sounds can be produced by natural phenomena like wind or earthquakes, or by man-made sources like engines or machinery. It's possible that these environmental factors contribute to the spooky feeling of certain locations. So, the next time you feel a chill down your spine or hear a mysterious noise, remember that there might be a perfectly logical explanation. But then again, who doesn't love a good ghost story? Belief in ghosts has been around for centuries, with stories passed down through generations. Ancient cultures often saw ghosts as guardians or messengers from the spirit world. In ancient Egypt, people believed in the Ka, a spirit that lived on after death. They even had elaborate rituals and tombs to help the Ka journey to the afterlife. Ghosts were popular in ancient Rome too. They believed the spirits of the dead could influence the living, for good or bad. They even had festivals to honor and appease the dead. These ancient beliefs show us that humans have always been fascinated by the idea of life after death and the possibility of spirits lingering among us. Section 5. Science explains. While ghost stories can be exciting, science offers rational explanations for many ghostly encounters. Remember pareidolia? Our brains are excellent at finding patterns even when none exist. So, that shadowy figure you saw in the dark might just be a coat rack. Cold spots in a room might be caused by drafts, while strange noises could be the house settling or pipes expanding and contracting. Science helps us understand that what we perceive as supernatural might have a perfectly normal explanation. While science can't definitively disprove the existence of ghosts, it provides logical explanations for many seemingly paranormal phenomena. Section 6. Famous ghost sightings. Fact or fiction? Some places are famous for their ghost stories. Take the Tower of London in England, for example. It's said to be haunted by Anne Boleyn, a queen who was beheaded there centuries ago. Then there's the story of the White Lady, a ghostly figure said to appear in various locations worldwide, often associated with tragedy or loss. These stories are intriguing, but are they based on fact or simply legend? While evidence of actual ghosts remains elusive, these stories remind us of the human fascination with the unknown and the enduring power of folklore. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, these tales continue to capture our imagination. Section 7. What experts say. Many scientists and paranormal investigators dedicate their lives to studying ghostly phenomena. They use scientific tools and methods to try and understand these experiences. Some researchers use EMF meters to detect changes in electromagnetic fields, while others use audio recorders to capture EVPs, which are believed to be voices of spirits. While some researchers believe they have found evidence to support the existence of ghosts, others remain skeptical. The debate continues, and the search for definitive proof goes on. Section 8. The power of belief. Whether ghosts are real or not, the belief in them is a powerful thing. For some, it brings comfort, knowing that their loved ones might still be around in some form. For others, it sparks curiosity, and a desire to explore the unknown. The idea of ghosts raises questions about life after death, the nature of consciousness, and the mysteries of the universe. Whether or not we can ever prove the existence of ghosts, the human fascination with them is undeniable. Section 9. The search continues. So, do ghosts really exist? The answer remains a mystery. While science offers explanations for many ghostly encounters, some experiences defy easy explanation. The debate between believers and skeptics will likely continue. One thing is certain: the human fascination with the paranormal, the unexplained, and the possibility of life after death is as strong as ever. Whether you approach the paranormal with curiosity, skepticism, or a healthy dose of fear, the world of ghosts continues to intrigue and mystify us. The search for answers and the exploration of the unknown is a journey that continues to captivate the human imagination.